Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful evening. I am back up and running here, and we're going live right now into Facebook. Today is Tuesday, September the 28th, 2021. I remember this day well because this is the day my youngest and last was born. It's his birthday today, so we're doing cake and ice cream and cookies and presents tonight. Good morning, everyone. Oops. Alright, just saying good morning, and we're in and running. So, let's go ahead and set everything up. First thing I'd like to do is I'd like to give prayers for the Keith family. One of our members, hi, good morning, Joseph. Good morning. His family is going through a rough time right now. His sister-in-law is in the hospital having surgery, so we want to give prayers and good thoughts to that for healing and a very well done surgery. Hope everything comes out to you before your brother. I'm just gonna you can see on the screen I'm giving Jeff Keith's family is having some medical problems, so I'm just giving a prayer out to him, guy. It's not something I always do, but it's something I don't mind doing, especially if it's somebody that we know well. So I also want to give shout out to some guys that you see on my screen. Bottom of the screen is Outback Mini Models. That's my buddy Clem. He's a pretty cool guy. He does lots of great stuff, and he also has a YouTube channel. Go check him out there as well as Facebook. So give him a yell out. Danger Close Dioramics. Chris Bryan, one of our mods. You guys all know him, so go give him a yell out. DCD.com, which is DangerCloseDioramics.com. Go check him out and check out his stuff. Lots and lots of resin stuff there. Tell him Joe sent you. Tell him the crazy guy from Florida sent you. And last but not least, Dan Paint Body and Detailing. Hey, Dave. Here you go, brother. Giving you another yell out. Hope your day is great. Go check him out. Dave is in Mount Stirling, Ohio. If you want any information on him, just look in the description of this video when it hits YouTube. That's it, guys. I hope everybody had a good one. Did you have a good morning? Did you have a good evening, Joseph? I went a little crazy this morning. I've been up since the sun came up, and it was such a gorgeous day and very low humidity. I went and did a whole crap load of painting. I painted the stretch chassis that I did. I finally finished cleaning it up and getting it ready. And I painted the cab of the Freightliner camper that I'm doing. So y'all gotta come check that out. Give me a couple days, let it dry, and I'll touch it and stuff. What you see up here in the front is the 2006 Camaro we're gonna be doing next after the Ford pickup truck, which we are doing, which is covered by the screen at the moment. I'm gonna move this down just a hair, guys, so that you get maybe a little bit more of a picture of the truck. And that should be good for you right there. Oh, that was too far. Up, not down. There we go. Just a hair, guys. Ooh, gave you a little bit of motion sickness there. Alright, let's get this straight where we want it. There we go. You know what? We're going to make this easier so that you guys can see what I'm doing too. We're going to be working on the end of the day. Wow, dude. You should be sleeping instead of over here messing with plastic. But I understand, I do. I have some sleep sometimes too as well. So, well, I'm glad you decided. I'm glad you came in and hung out with me. Hope you didn't stay up all night so you didn't miss the show. Har, har, har. Guys, I'm having a couple of glitches with my camera, so you guys got to give me a little bit of a heads up if something happens and I don't see it. This morning when I got in and I turned it on, it had a video error, so I restarted everything. I checked all the drivers and I checked all the connections and stuff, so hopefully it's all good. It was just, from sitting and on running so long. Sometimes I leave the camera up and running so I can just flip in and do a quick live if I feel like it. For some reason, I just don't believe you there, Joseph. For some reason, I just don't believe that. We're going to finish the engine today, though, Joseph. I got it painted. You saw me do that yesterday. I haven't gotten any parts or anything ready. I've been doing, other things, making icons and stuff for the desk. And I removed a couple of things as well. I removed all of the platforms. If anybody wants to know what platforms we're on, you can PM me or anybody else that's ever seen one of my shows, and they can tell you where we're at. I figured this way I could throw a couple of my buddies' stuff up there. Like I said, I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I do have and say hi and hang out with me, I don't mind giving a shout out to. I'm not asking for anything in return. I'm just, I got a channel, I'm out there. And heck, who knows, maybe I'll get a couple of you guys from view from your ends and stuff like that, and you'll get some from mine. So, but if you guys ever visit any of these guys on my screen, any of these guys that I do back, I have no affiliation with any of them other than their friends. And they're on our groups. Good morning, Mr. Keith. How are you? I wasn't expecting you in here today, sir. But thank you very much for everything that's going on. I do appreciate it, brother. I'm just trying to get my crap together here and get on the right part of the menu. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, like, subscribe, share, follow. You know the routine, guys. Hit that notification button. So that you know when I'm doing lives or I pop out videos from previous lives on Facebook. I would like next week to start doing one live a week directly to YouTube. I will record it and I will put it out on Plastic Addictions. But I want to be able to put it on the Model Asylum as well. So those guys that aren't actually at PAA, which I don't know how many of you, why or you wouldn't be there. So anybody that is new over there, anybody that comes in can see also that they can get into the PAA Live thing and come check us out. I think that's about it, guys. We're going to be doing the engine, like I said, of the 1994 Ford F-150 Lightning. That's what we're working on here. When you see these videos, you will see the box art for the video that will tell you what's in that video. Okay, I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. You want information on anything that I give a shout out to here on the channel, please PM me. Or you can PM them, my mods and admin, and if they don't know and where to tell you to go to, they can ship you to me. Also want to give a shout out to the model car show that I'm going to go to in December. It's in the Florida State Fairgrounds. There are lots of awards, and you can add models. I think it is $7, 1 to 100 models. I think it is. Yeah, 1 to 100 models there. Go check them out. It's pretty cool. Any information you want, again, you can give Michael Mine a shout out. A shout, and he will take care of you. But on either one of my groups, you'll find the registration form as well as the flyer. I'm going. It's pretty cool. It's my first one ever, so I may even enter a couple of kits. Who knows? Maybe I'm debating now. I don't know. It's my first one. Maybe I'll just go see what everybody else enters, and then I'll go from there. I've only got a couple of kits that I would like to put in there anyways, and I got to redo the 40s Ford, and you guys got to, I got to sand it down and paint it. Again, try to fix any problems that I have with it. So we're going to go ahead and start with the truck here, get off all that, but I wanted to make sure everybody got a shout out today, so I don't forget during the week, because I'm going to be changing the screen around, and icons are going to be changing as well. I'm not sure how to, but I'm going to figure out a way to get a video that you guys can click on and go watch later on, or you can listen here and watch that, whatever, if you missed the video or something of that nature. So be ready for that. That's going to come out too. And I have a video coming out soon for Dave Winter and his detail business. That'll be coming out soon. I'm working on that. It'll probably hit TikTok first. I just like the ease of their software. It's so easy to do. Wait. I gotta make sure what I'm looking at here. It's so easy to do. It really is. Alright, so now that I painted this, we can go ahead and go. So you guys got to go check those out, okay? Watch for those videos. That's why, you really should turn your notifications on, or your followings, or whatever you want, however you want to call them. I'm going piece by piece here. Okay, so now, because I missed this and this, I did do the, in an off gray, the starter. As well as the harmonic balancer, I did a little bit of an off gray as well, just so it gave it a little bit of a tone to it. In order to finish subassembly B, we need to put the valve covers on, so I can't go on until then. We also did the belt the other day. You guys saw that. I touched it up a bit. It's a little bit more detailed now. You guys can see it, and they're gonna have us put the exhaust and stuff like that on. So let's do the valve covers first, and then we'll move on to subassembly C. I just love the way they're doing this sub-assembly stuff, man. It's like, you're kidding me. You could be like normal people and just do a number 1, step 1, step 2. Do this next. Even do this next might work. Oh, dude, why are you frustrated, brother? What's happening? Thought you were heading, to your sister-in-law, my friend. I hope you don't mind the prayers on the channel. I figured you could use, your family could use the help, bro. I just figure this way it gets out and you can get as many prayers as possible. I said good morning to a whole lot of people, so people will watch us. I did notice even if they don't come in, people do watch the shows, so You guys got a chance to watch it until Saturday. Any of the ones that I do during the week until a Saturday, because usually on the weekend is when I transfer them and remove them. Transfer them to YouTube and remove them from Facebook group. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I got my chrome pen ready to touch up anything that I do here. Alright, there's not really any pin or anything that puts these on, so guys, watch out when you put these on. I'm going to kind of like rough the edges up, just the edges, because that's where I'm going to put a little glue. Alright, just a little bit of sanding so the glue sticks. Make sure that I cleaned all the way around on the bulb covers. They feel nice and smooth. Let's put a little bit right there. We are jamming, guys. Alright, so let's see if this one's got the flat head on it. This one does. Okay, so there we go. We're there. Okay, so that's going to be pretty cool. I am definitely going to use some glue. I'm going to have to go to Hobby Lobby. There was something else I wanted to get there too if I could find it cheaply. Oh, side cutters or screw cutters. Something of that nature, something like that. But I think I got that in my toolbox. I just got to go look. I'm at my big toolbox in my storage room out back. Alright, little touches of glue here just to get it into place. Put little touches here on the valve cover as well. That's not the one I cleaned. That's the one I cleaned. She was garbage wafers. So today feels like Monday, not Tuesday, guys. So bear with me. Jeff, man, go to the Model Asylum. Go in the frustration room or the model slinging room, and tell them you want a couple of dozen models to sling at the wall, brother. That'll help your frustration come out. And it's free. Just close your eyes and go to the Model Asylum, brother. Breathe. Everything will work out. Everything will be better. May not be exactly when you want it to, when you expect it to, but it always usually works out in whatever way it's supposed to. There's not a whole lot you can do about a frustration, and worry doesn't help, Bubba. I know, it's easy to say. I understand that. While I'm here, dude, send as many prayers and good thoughts as I can to you and your family, my friend. Alright, so I'm also going to use now that I have these on, I'm going to also use the intake to see if I can make sure I got those straight as well. So the intake goes right under there. And no, I do not. Okay, so back a little bit on that one and forward. Okay, there we go. Now, okay, so now that's nice and straight. Right, let me get I gotta remember this exactly. My goodness, oh my goodness, I almost pulled a whole shelf of models down on my butt. That would not have been fun. Okay, there we go. That'll give you a little bit better. Oh, that jacked up my truck, man. All right. I can still see too. That's good because it's daytime. All right. So now, take the manifold back off because that's not going on next. There we go. Wife says, "Why do you have your fingernails so long?" Well, it's for popping parts, man. You know, all model guys do that. At least I know. Anyway, I can't say all, I guess. All right, I'm going to start pulling off more parts. We are going to put on the fan. It looks like we pull the fan off. I'm going to have to touch this stuff up once it's on, but it's base painted for now. And like I said, I did basically just all the same color black, guys. They're calling for, you know, matte black and flat black and gloss black. I don't have all those. So I just went with what I got. So there's those two. And we need now number 107, which is chrome. 108, which is chrome. Looks like 106, which is chrome. Yes, correct. Okay, so now we get the fancy dancy old man glasses out and the light. Hang tight, guys. Here we go. All right, I'll make sure I'm right. 108. 106 and 107, correct. All right, so now we're looking for, that's 106. Also, you can go by shape, guys. I know you guys can do that, but I want to make sure that I'm not, because I messed up on the last model and I didn't like that. I put a part where it did not dang belong. Don't want to do that no more. Oh, this thing's got cool little cab over lights I can put on it too. That's pretty cool. Are they on the box? No. Okay, cool. Maybe I will put cab overs on them. All right. Those are other engine intake ports. We don't need those yet. And oh, there's the other one I need right there. That is going to be number 106, I believe. That was 108. 106, correct. All right. Now we're looking for 107, I do believe, is what it is. It is the alternator, correct. That must be it right there. It's got to be 107. There she be. Yep. All right, so we got the parts that go in the front now. I usually don't do pretty much engine colors because when they do these like off grays and stuff like that, I don't really have all that. Where these aluminum and steel and alloy colorings, I don't have a lot. And my eyes really don't see real well when it comes to that much of a difference in those colors. So I figure if I could paint it chrome and take the shine off the chrome, it does the same thing as doing steel. No, I know it's not, just a tease, but alright, so that's ready to rock and roll. Let's check this one out. And I'll be able to shut the light off in a minute. See, my fingers aren't working today, guys. See? There we go. I can't hold on to anything. It's just my fingers just alright. Nice and easy. You guys see what I'm doing other than the light, right? I'm just making sure I'm not staying too far back from you guys to be able to see. Alright. Boom. I gotta show you. Hang on, I gotta show you guys. I went ahead and did the... I'm loving it. I did it in the burgundy just because of how big it is. I figured it would come out really nice. And it did. So, I think the camper is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be burgundy and either white or black. Or white. It's going to be burgundy and white on the back. And that's my idea. And the chassis is going to either be black or chromed out. I'm not sure exactly if I'm chroming it out or not. Hey, Dave, my man. How are you, sir? Good morning and welcome. Thanks for coming in and hanging. Alright, I'm also needing batteries for my light here. You know, Dave, someday I'm praying that you're going to chime in here or send me a text that, hey, you know, I got somebody that came in from one of your videos or from Facebook. Even if they did just come in and say hi. I'm trying, brother. Get you out there as much as I can. Alright guys, I'm being really quiet this all of a second because I'm putting a really sharp knife right next to my finger and my fingers are already not liking me today. I don't need to cut a thumb off or a half. Alright, now you suck it. Do this. I just have to get there's another big one. Alright, so we're going to finish off step B, C. We just finished off step B, we're going to step C. We're not even close to we're not even at the final assembly yet, so here we go. And I'll touch all this stuff up later on once it's all on and in. Alright, so shows the I'm glad that's not me. Alright, it was only on these two little edges when it was on the sprue, so they really came off pretty clean. I'll touch up the edge and the end of the blade after I get the engine all done and it's set and dry. I really need to come up with start doing wires. I really want to start doing wires on these engines. Well, I'd really like to do the wire on that 27 we just got done with. I think that'd be pretty bad. Alright, let me pull some, get the pan off the back of this. Hey Matt, how are you, brother? Glad to see you in. Thanks for coming and hanging to the show, bro. Don't know if you heard, but we're working on the 94 AMT 1994 Ford Lightning, the F-150 SVT version. You can see it on the screen. We are on the engine, as you can see, duh. I think we're pretty much ready to start popping stuff on. I do want to get some of the chrome out of this. this one connecting? This one is connecting down there with this. So I need to do this. Alright, so on the bottom of this power steering pump, there's a big hoop, round circle on the end of it. That is going to go to the back of this one here. So I kept, like I said, I kept the backside white until we're done, and I'm done painting it, because then I'll put that on there. I don't know if it connects. I think it does connect to the one on top of it as well. But let me see. That does rather fit nicely. Okay, so it fits perfectly on these two back spots. So we're gonna go ahead and do those. Yeah, I know, and all my good mornings aren't good mornings for you, brother. I'm sorry. I feel you, Matt. I appreciate you stepping in, brother. I know you. I know you're usually asleep at this point, and my good mornings are your good nights or good evenings most of the time. I get it. But I thank you for coming in and hanging. Look at it this way. Now when you go in and go to sleep, you'll have nice plastic dreams. Just take my voice out of them, bro, okay? Alright. So yeah, it goes on one on the top and bottom. There's two actual pulleys that it goes on, so it fits on nice and secure, and so it should clean up really nicely and be able to be touched up and painted really nicely around the blade and around the belts and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And give you a nice, even, solid straight line. So that's pretty nice. All right, I'll remove the light in a minute when we go to the next step. And then, actually, I don't need the light right now because I cleaned everything up. All right. So the alternator goes on, which is the one that's got the little peg wheel on it. Looks like a little fan wheel on it. It's going to go to the very top one here. This is the tightener tensioner that goes to the top, and then the belt goes up to a pyramid, and the alternator goes to that one. So we're going to put some glue on that as well. I already did the interior of the alternator, so I should hold that in place perfectly. Give it a couple seconds to hold. Am I in the right place? Yes, I am. Okay. Once that sets up for a second, I will remove my dang finger. I don't think I'm in the hole. Hold on. Don't say it. There we go. Now I am. Alright, so that's where that goes. Correct. Now, the air pump, which is the one I just put on. I didn't put the alternator on. God blast it. Watch out, they intermingle. So the air pump goes onto this one. So we'll have to put that on here. Now we got both of them. So one's an air pump, one's the alternator. So they do look different. The air pump has two arms on it. And it goes right to the top one there. So you're going to have three chrome wheels right at the top of your belts. Kind of like so. I don't know if you can see it. How about that? It's always better. Something of that nature. I know, you guys don't need instructions on how to do a dang model. I just talk when you guys are around, and that's what it's all about, man. So who's working on plastic besides me? Alright, so that takes care of that one as well. So, come on, what you got? What you working on? Alright, now, that's on the back. This is supposed to go to the front. I'm going to need my tweezers to pick that up because my hands aren't going to do it. There we go. Alright, so I need a little bit more glue. I got to put the fan on, and then step, what is that? C? Step C is done. We're getting there. We'll be done with this engine today, maybe? I'm in no hurry, guys. But again, the yellow Camaro up front is what is going to be our next build. So if you want to check that out, stay tuned. Hit those notifications so you know when I'm on. I appreciate anybody that comes in. If you can't come in, it's all cool. If you only step in for 5 minutes, it's all cool. Mad Babe, when you get tired and you're ready to go to bed, I appreciate you dropping, bro. I really do. I really do. Speaking of dropping, Let's see if my hands are going to let me do this. My fingers is what it is. There we go. Alright, I did it. Yay! Yes, I'm nuts, guys. Man, that's an awful lot of belt. Things were so much simpler before power steering and all that smog prevention stuff. Alright, so there you have it. The front end of the engine with the air conditioner, the alternator, the air pump, and the power steering are all in place, as well as the fan. So we're moving on to the next step, so I'm just going to leave this on there. And we're moving on to step D. Okay, cool. Be safe, brother. Hope you're not trying to watch, you're just listening. Prayers again, my friend. Alright. Now, this has got a bunch of stuff that's going to go on. It's got a couple of pipes, it looks like. It's got the exhaust manifolds that are going to go on, as well as the sub-assembly for the intake. So that's going to be a choice of, I guess they don't really show you two different engine ways to do it. Why they give you two different intake manifolds, I do not know. Okay, so that's got me stumped, because there's the rest of the intake, and that is just like that. So that goes there. So it's either this one or this one, and I'm not sure exactly which one I'm supposed to use on this SVT build. It's looking like, I mean, they're both pretty much the same. Oh man, I love it. My wife would love it, man. She loves anything purple. Alright, well, I went ahead and cleaned it up. I'm going to clean them both up, and I guess I'll see which one I feel looks better and which one I feel is going to be the right one for the back of the bottom of the actual intake housing. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so that's all cleaned up now. So let's see what the bottom of this looks like. Okay, it appears the bottom of this has a straight line, kind of like this one does, guys. So it looks like it might fit right on top. It does. It fits right on top of that line. Actually, it fits pretty nice on top of that line too, and actually sits on there without any glue. So I would have to say that's probably what I'm going to have to end up doing. It really doesn't seem to matter. So the engine is facing this way, and you put the there we go. So that goes there, doesn't it? Should. Yeah, that goes there, and then this would go around on this side. Alright, so we got it. Alright, so no matter what, that's going to be a go-go. So we cleaned that one up. I don't know what this one's all about. So we'll put it off to the side over here with the engines for now. In case we find out something doesn't fit later. Alright, I'm going to clean this up, and then we're going to get the other parts off the rails. Come on, light. Batteries are going dead. Uh-oh. Looks like I need more batteries for tomorrow. Alright. That's nice and cleaned off. Let's straighten it up just a little bit more. Alright. Get to clean up on that. Alright, so now we need the exhaust manifolds, which are these two. And is there a difference in number? Just making sure. 42, 61, and 62. Okay, so 61 and 62, there is a difference. But it does not look like there's two different numbers here. So that one says 62. So I'm assuming that one's 61. Okay, so this is 62. So it goes on the driver's side. Sheesh! Driver's side. Okay, so we got to keep the engine that way. So driver's side, and because there are a difference in numbers, which means they do have a little bit of a bend difference probably. Okay. Alright. Now, pipes, hoses, things like that. 64 crossover pipe. Okay, those are 40s. Oh, wait, down here. 64 crossover pipe, check. 62 crossover pipe. I just saw that one too. That's a 63. Okay, 63, not 62, guys, my bad. 63 crossover pipe. Check. And belt assembly. Check. Okay. I guess we're about ready to drop this engine into place. There we go. Ta-da! I want to see it posted. I might have seen it already and just not remembering exactly which one. Alright. And they're saying, and it's steel. They're saying the exhaust manifolds are steel, and so are the pipes. They're both steel. So I am going to have to put them on, I guess, and paint them with some more of this so they match the engine, because the engine was painted in steel, correct? And I have the gray out that I have. I'm going to try to mix gray and black and come up with what they call, what do they call it? A dark gray or I don't remember what they called it. They called it something gray for the interior. I want to look now that I'm looking. Hang on. It is called for paint the interior charcoal gray. That's what I'm shooting for. So I don't know if I can do that with just black and gray. Maybe I can. I'm figuring charcoal and gray mixed together. I mean, that does seem logical to me, guys, but maybe I'm wrong. Somebody tell me if I'm right or wrong. Good morning, Kevin. Glad to have you, Mr. Bellinger. Thank you for coming. What is that? Piece of sprue. Just to make sure I put it up there. All right. We know we got this right, because we've already checked the fit. So that's supposed to go in there. Alright. That went down where it was supposed to go. Not really liking the fit. It's up a little bit too much to me. But it did go right down into place, so we're just going to put a little bit of glue down in there and let it sit into place. I am going to do the belts and stuff last. I think that's a smart move rather than doing it now. Okay, so driver's side engine, this goes here. So let me get those on as well so they can get stapled up. I gotta touch them up as well when I get them on. Sorry about the light, guys. It's either the light over me, which gives you guys less view, or the light right here by my hand, which gives you guys less view of exactly on my hand. So I try. I got to put the oil filter back on. It was supposed to stay white, so I removed it when we painted. There are dimples and there are little pins, so we should be able to put those right back in. I just want to clean it up just a little bit. Just to get a little bit more to grab to. Excuse me, please. Thanks, Jeff, for coming in, brother. Again, God bless and prayers, my friend. Prayers. Alright, I gotta use my knife to help me get it to come away from there. Alright, so there's driver's side. So we got that down. Again, I would love someone to show me a really easy, I guess not easy, but a way that I can come up with my hands, the way I shake and how swollen my hands get, that I can make wires for these things. Because like I said, I used to as a kid. I have several up here, several old builds, a couple of old builds up there now that have wires on them that I did when I was a kid, but I just don't have the hands and the eyes. So if somebody's got a way that I can do it and can walk me through it, that'd be great. I don't want you to hold my hand while I'm doing it or nothing like that, but it would be nice if I got a little bit of. I saw a couple of videos on how to do it, but I just don't know my hands are able to do the small wires. Like I said, I'm just cleaning up a path that I know that the exhaust manifold is going to connect to the plastic. That's all I'm doing. I can kind of see the white come through the scratch, so it gives a little bit of a place to put glue so it stays in place. And I just kind of rub that line, and later on I'll come back and touch anything up that might have came out with that same. Alright, let that set up for a second and clean this up. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out to the show. I really do, guys. Again, I feel it in my heart. You guys are awesome. I started this about a little over a year ago, about a year and 2 months ago or something, and I never thought that I'd be doing a channel or a Facebook Live or anything of that nature. It was just my wife bought me a kit for Christmas, and it went from there. I hadn't done models in, gosh, 30 years. See, I've been married 35, so yeah, it's been about 30 years. Probably did models probably about 2 to 3 years into my marriage, if that long. Because I do remember my oldest and I building the, what was it, the F1, I forget what it was called. Not just an F1, it was called, it was it had dual wheels up front and a wing on the back, and it had the word 1 on it. I forget what it was called, but we did that build. Alright, so we have the exhaust. Well, we had the exhaust manifold on, so my fingers flubbed it up. Alright, we're back in the spot. Alright, so we have that all done. All we have to do is put the pipes on and the sub-assembly that they wanted me to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and clean this edge right here so that it glues down to the one on top of that I'm going to do on top of the engine. I'm figuring this build will probably take us total a couple of weeks, guys, this week and next week, and then we'll start on the Camaro. Hopefully by then I have the paint that I need for the fire truck. I want to go with a fire engine red, and I want to do kind of like Stars and Stripes theme on it or something. So I'll figure it out, but something of that nature. Okay, so the engine is facing correctly now, and the overhang for the air intake goes to the passenger side, towards the passenger side. And again, it just snaps right into place, but I'm going to go ahead and put glue on it. And I guess we got a free intake out of it. I don't know what this one's all about, but pretty cool. I don't mind. Oh, and I found a little shotgun. Remember I told you I lost a shotgun for the 27 cop car? Well, I found it, and I painted it last night. I'm going to finish drying up there, and then I'll stick it in the back seat, along with the flashlight and the hats and the megaphone thing that they got in it. For those of you who missed that specific build, I can bring that back up. think that's the one. Oh, that's the one. There it is. That should bring it back up for you. Get a little bigger. Screen is this is the last build we just did. It should show up on your screen in a second. There it is. See, I figured out I can move things around on your screen while you're watching, guys. I just hope it doesn't mess anybody's internet up by dropping too much out there for you. So, alright, so this goes, there's definitely a line here, and it definitely fills the line. Okay, so it's got to go forward. Just watch the back of it and make sure that the line is lined up, because I'm sure there's a reason that you're going to connect into something else, I'm sure. Okay, so and I also knocked the manifold off. The exhaust manifold. Oh, dang it, you know what? I was trying not to have to glue the crap out of you, because I knew you were going to be a pain in my butt because you're little. But now you done made me upset. Get up there. Good job. Guys, toothpicks are the greatest inventions for model building. I can do so many things with the toothpick. Stands, moving things around, removing glue, pulling off scrapings of paint, opening up little holes, that kind of stuff. It's awesome. Alright, so now that has that get on, except for the piping. Let's let that sit for a second. And then we'll get the piping in and we'll paint them. I don't think I'm doing steel. I think I'm going to do the end where it connects in, the pipe itself steel, and the end where it connects in black. So there we go, off box art again, but nobody's going to see that. It's going to be under the truck and under the hood. So, but I think that's what I'm going to do. And they're showing it goes, oh, there's two pieces to it. That's what it is. Duh! Okay, so this is the thing that connects your two exhausts and takes it out the back of the truck. I didn't catch that a second ago. I thought it was going to be two pieces. It's not. It's one piece. So that's why it's steel. So I am going to do just what I said. I'm going to go ahead and make the pipe itself black, or the connection itself black, and the piping steel. Should turn my phone off. Pretend I'm in a doctor's office. I can't have my phone on. Okay, alright, so those two go together to form your pipe that goes across from one manifold to the other, guys, just so you know what that is. When that sets up, I'll get that into place. Our next one is going to be the tire, so I'm going to go ahead and get ready for that. I know where this goes now, so when I know where that goes and how it goes, so we can skip right on over to the tires, and then we're going to move on to the interior, which, like I said, I'm going to try to do in charcoal gray, but I'm going to have to make my own charcoal gray. So we'll see how that goes. We'll go from there. I probably should paint this before I put it on. And I want to put this on last because it is a heavy component, and I don't want it to slip and slide and fall all over the place and start having problems. Then I got to touch all this up tonight, and tomorrow we'll probably start on the interior. I do want to make my paint up tonight, so I can. Oh, and I went ahead and did my white touch-ups as well as my blue touch-ups for the truck, and any one of the blues that I did. I went ahead and did my little spray in the bottle type thing. That's so I can touch anything up on this one, as well as the 60 Chevy. So, and here's the steel coloring that I'm using, so I'm shaking it up to get ready to touch all this stuff up and finish this up. I appreciate everybody coming in. I really do. Like I said, I never thought when I started on this adventure I'd have so many great friends and so many people come in and check it out. And I love it that you're coming hanging out with me, and that you're either building or just hanging out and watching me build. Either way, guys, I appreciate you. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the whole hour, whatever you guys have got, and you're spending part of your day with me, and I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and say, if you guys aren't part of the Model Asylum, please go over to the Model Asylum Facebook group and request to join there, and I will open it up to you. If you are on the Model Asylum, soon I will be doing a video room there with builds for guys that want to go hang out. I don't do a lot of dioramas, or military, but I'm hoping the guys that do dioramas and militaries will join in the room with all the other guys. Hopefully that'll do it. It should be interesting, and you could learn a lot from these guys just watching them build. Or hearing them talk about how they do stuff. I haven't done a diorama since I was a kid, and I'd like to get back into it. So, and these guys do some amazing dioramas. All right, so this looks like it's going to go ahead. I can pick up the one piece and not separate it, as well as the engine, and nothing falls off. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sand this down just a hair, so when I paint it, you don't see the seam on the connection part for the muffler, or the exhaust pipe. So this is all exhaust stuff, guys. It's a closed exhaust system. These pipes hook up to the exhaust manifold and push it right out the back of the truck. So, just like other exhausts, same principle. Well, this one's got to be fancy and have all kinds of little connections and pipes that connect to it. Sheesh! Although I gotta say, I love my Ford out front. It's got 160,000 miles on it and has never left us sitting on the side of the road. Not that I haven't had problems with it and had to replace stuff. Never said that. I said it's never left me on the side of the road, and it hasn't. And for that, I love my Ford truck. Alright, so now I just want to put a little bit of this tacky up glue here on these ends. And that'll give it enough sticky to hold it right inside those pipes, I hope. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, now, let's see if I got this right. That one is perfectly into place, and that one is perfectly into place. So now, this should go right from this one. Hey, look at that! I did something right for a change. Oops. Then I had to do that. Alright, so now this just a hair. I'm glad it's still a little tacky. There we go. I'll be darned. It actually looks like the engine. Alright, man. There it is, guys. Very little glue on anything. Man, I tried anyway. And everything is in place. Just going to kind of push everything and move everything around. And again, I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and do the pipe like they're saying. And do it all in steel with this silver that I have here that I'm using. So, but there's the pipes, and there's the entire engine. This is the SVT engine. And in a second, I'll tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to have to read it off the box, to be honest with you, though. Alright, so let's see. I just want to make sure that my manifolds are all straight and they don't look all crooked. Because they just connect something to them. And I'm going to make sure that stays towards the back. So I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so now that's got to dry like that for a while. Alright, and I put the white oil filter back on it, like it said. Alright, so that's it. We'll wait for that to dry for a while, then we'll put the belts and stuff on. But this engine is... Anybody know it right off the top of their head? It is a 240 horsepower, 351 cubic inch high output V8. It has an E40D 4-speed automatic transmission. So, and that is the engine that they're showing you on the box that we just built. Ta-da! Not that you guys needed to see all that crap. Alright, so for playtime here for the next few minutes before I cancel out the show and leave you guys alone for the day, we're going to do some tires. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the rims off while that's drying, and then before we leave the show, I'll put the belts and stuff on, and I'll let that sit until later on tonight, and then I'll touch everything up, and I'll have a picture of it on the screen as of tomorrow. Probably as of tonight, but you guys won't see it till tomorrow. I am going to do an unboxing, just so if anybody's interested, of the excuse me, the Airfix RE8 1918 vintage aircraft. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of that as well as the build in the same video on YouTube probably in the next few days. So keep your notifications on for that as well. I will also be restarting the chassis build that I'm doing because I don't have a hood. I don't have the hood, the cab, or the body for it, or the cab or the sleeper for it. Well, I have a sleeper. I just don't have the hood and the cab, but I have everything else. When I get that, it's gonna be a stretch KW W925 conventional. You guys should be able to come check that out as well. That build will be started soon. Right now, I'm just gonna build the chassis and customize the crap out of it. I want to do stars and stripes as that theme, as I was saying before. So you guys want to check that out too, maybe. Alright, got all the spook pounced off. Again, any information or any icons on the screen that belong to or a shout out to any of my friends or plastic members or asylum members, any descriptions will be in the description. Of course, the word is description on the YouTube when it's posted out to YouTube. I won't do all that here because I have to type all that into like a comment and that's roadie. But I do give them all the information, phone number, address. I should probably put a map out there when I put it out there. But anyway, if you guys want to check any of them guys out, you can go to any one of the descriptions on the channel that have their icons on it, and their icons are on the screen, or when you're watching the video, in the description and commenting below will be all of their information on how to get to them, how to contact them, that kind of stuff. Or you can just contact either one of them right through one of our groups. They're all three on our groups. So Clem is in Australia, and Dave and Chris are both in America, in the U.S. So just so you know where everybody's located. All right, so now this is simple as process as it can be, guys. Really, I mean. Okay, so I can see that I need to sand that down just a little bit more. Guys, please like, subscribe, share, follow. Hit that hit that notification button so you know when I'm on. I appreciate you guys coming in, and the more you come in, the more I do. I'll be getting more kits here real soon in the future, and be showing other kits and stuff like that. I'd like to get like the Ghostbusters build, or the Smokey and the Bandit Jerry Reed truck and trailer, that kind of stuff. I also want to do a monster or two, so I'm thinking about that. And Cam Boggs, a guy on one of our groups, does some amazing work with creatures, so I'm hoping that I can bend his ear a little bit and get him to give me a little bit of tips on that when I start doing that. I like to do sci-fi, some kind of spaceships or something, or Star Trek or something like that. So I like to get in lots of different stuff. I created these groups for you guys so I can learn from you guys as well. I hope you guys are enjoying the fun that I tried to do on the Model Asylum, and I do these shows here on PAA. Each group has its own little things that we do. So again, I hope you enjoy the groups, and if you're not on one, where the hell are you if you're not on the other? So you all gotta go. Make sure you're on both. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get the backs as well as the spindle, what I call them spindle locks, but they're pins for the thing. So we're going to put them on, and I'm going to have to do a little cleanup on them as well. And then we're going to call it a day once this is done. And tomorrow when I come back, we will start on the interior, getting it together, because I'll paint it as one piece. I think I'm going to spray the interior though, after I make the coloring, so I'm going to make it loose enough to do that. I'd like to spray it. I think it'll come out a lot nicer. And if anybody's got any color schematic or color ideas that would go with the charcoal gray interior, I know like graphite gray and stuff like that would probably work and make it look really good, and give it a accent. But what other colors could I put in there and to give it accent in the interior? Because I don't think I'm going to really like just the charcoal gray, guys. To be honest with you, I know to lie. I don't think I like that. All right. Make sure we can push this on through here. There we go. Okay, that one's in that. It said not to glue it, so I'm just going to put them in there and sand the edges down, guys. Although I tell you, I really don't want it to roll. I really don't. So I'm going to glue the back of it to the back of the wheel. So hopefully it stops it from moving and rolling. Alright, let's see if it connects nicely or if it's going to be a pain in the rump. Alright, that connected nicely, actually. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to pull the wheels back off. And I'm going to take the back hub and the front hub, and I'm going to marry them together first, but I'm going to clean them both up. I'm going to get a nice seal on these so the tires fit nice and tight. Hey, Caesar! Didn't see you pop in on me there, man. You snuck in, brother. I'm about done, my friend. But welcome. Like I said, if you guys can only come in for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever you can pull in, I appreciate you giving me part of your day and checking out the live. I really do. Gives me more reason to keep going at it, guys. I gotta shut my computer. I would love for you to grab to get a camera, brother, and do a build with me. I really would, man. I'd definitely put you out here. We could do a room, any of that stuff, Caesar. You're welcome to come and hang out with me anytime, my friend. Alright, so we got that one done and that one done. So I'm going to go ahead and put them together as we go along. Each one. So, excuse the light. I don't need light right now, guys. There we go. This is not brain science on this one. Alright, so I sanded the edge where it's going to connect in. And I'm just going to stick that into place and let it set to the side. That works for me. The Amazon, this one I have here, it cost on Amazon was like $29, dude. It was like, or $19, $20. It was like $20, $30, bro. And they delivered to my door the next day. It plugged in and everything came on. It checked. It found my microphone and it found the USB port as soon as I plugged it in, man. Was no instructions, was no nothing. It was just in a box and you plug it in. And I hooked up my OBS software to it. It's not a big deal, bro. Well, my son helped me hook up that. I gotta say my middle son helped me hook up some of the OBS because he does YouTubing himself, so he helped me do that and set it all up for the YouTube. I told him what I wanted to do, and he said, "This is what you need," and I went and got it, and he said, "Okay." And then he kind of came out and helped me. You know, he walked me through it. He let me do it, but he walked me through it and told me what to do, so it would stick into my head. And I'm an old guy. But like I said, Amazon, man, I'm telling you, put in PC video camera. That's all I did, I think. All right, next is this going into place like that. Then we take this. I am definitely gonna have to go get some glue, guys. Alright, number 2. Try not to make a mess. There we go. There's number 2. There you go, guys. Get to take a look at them. How about that? Alright. Yeah, so I really sick to my stomach here. See, that's what happens. That's what happens. Right, chrome off of that. Just remove the paint off the ring of this. By the way, they did, on this one, it did say steel for the rims, if you guys recall, or for the backings, if you guys recall. So I went ahead and did it, the same as the engine, so. And I'm debating on whether or not to do the whole undercarriage, everything, well, not the whole chassis, but everything, the components to the chassis, all steel and chrome, so that it stands out against this black bottom. It should stand out nicely. And I touched it up with my brush and tried to give it a little bit of a, what do they call it, overspray, or underspray, or whatever you want to call it, undercoating on it. Because I know my truck came that way. They asked me if I wanted it, and I told them no, so they didn't. But they did ask me if I wanted it. Alright, number 3. I don't know, I just like cleaning the interior of the rim when I do that rim cap. There we go. Alright, last one but not least, and then we put the belts on. Alright, that's good there. And like I said, tomorrow, guys, we start with the assembly of the interior. I'm probably I'm probably gonna paint the dashboard the color of the truck, and then the center console the color of the truck, and do the rest of the interior bucket as well as the seats in charcoal. But it looks like I can do a pattern of maybe some blue, like the color of the truck, on the seats, the way they're marked out. Oh, and the white lightning should be really nice if I do the top of it blue. That would be nice. So I'll do the top and the bottom blue and leave the rest of it charcoal, or the part of the armrest or something. That'd be a pretty good idea. I think that would look good. Yep, I've been using this glue. I don't know, it's something that I just grabbed a hold of. It's usually easy to find, and it's just something I knew. But it's what I've been using since I restarted. I mean, I have other glues. I have super glue here that I use, and I have glass glue, clear glue that I use. I use a couple of different kinds of super glue depending on what I'm doing. I have a gel super glue that I use, and then just a straight liquid super glue that I use. But for the most part, I use the hell the heck was that? That was my glasses. But for the most part, I just use the testers, yeah. I know a lot of people tell me they don't use it. I just found it something that I knew. So I went ahead and used it. What am I putting on that one for? Let's go on this one. A little bit more. Alright, last but not least, rim and tire connection. Or, well, rim and backing connection. And again, clean out the center of it. Ooh, I forgot to, ooh, that got me. Forgot to sand that down, huh? Guess that's what I missed, guys. And when sanding these backings down, you gotta watch that edge, man. You sand it down too low and your tire won't set right. It will flop all over the place. Alright, so there we go. Whoops. Woo. Guys, I appreciate it. Again, like, subscribe. Alright, Matt, appreciate it, money. Go to sleep, Bubba. I'll check you later, man. Thanks for coming in, Matt. And I do thank you very much, because I know it's late for you and you should be in bed. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Caesar. Thank you, Dave, for coming in. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kevin. Hope I got Jeff Keith, I thank you guys. I appreciate everybody coming in. Hope everybody has an amazing day. I'm out of here. I'm going to go ahead and put the belts on real quick here, and then I'm going to call this show a done deal. Tomorrow morning I'll be back, guys. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as always. Yell at me. Go check out our Facebook. If you want to know what other platforms we're on, please PM me or go watch one of our other videos, and on them you will find out exactly what we do and where we do it. So, whoops, I dropped the dang thing off. Alright, so there's 2 pins here that go, and that goes up to the top, so this would go just like this on the bottom pin, and then it goes here on the top pin, and you're there. Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing it. And you're there. Where you at? There you go. And you're there. Alright. Guess I'll have to put that back on, huh? Alright, but we got it. There's your engine, guys. Again, I appreciate you coming out to the show. Really do. It's awesome. It came out really nice. Oops. Well, guess what? I just now knocked off the dang manifold again. You know what? I'm tired of this manifold, guys, already. I'm already tired of it. I'm going to fix that sucker right now, and I'm going to leave it overnight for it to dry, so it won't do that again. Damn it. Alright, that should take care of it. Alright, guys, yep, right back into place, just where it went. It didn't disconnect from the piping or nothing, it just came off the side of the block. Alright, and this one stayed on, and everything else stayed into place. Put that back where it's supposed to go, right into that hole there we go. We should be right in place for everything and right on line, guys. Alright, hope everybody has a great day. The pipe keeps coming off, what happened? Oh, it's just the manifold still. Alright. We're out of here, guys. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Love you guys. Again, I never expected all this. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the morning. Love, peace, happiness to everybody. Yeah. I just put last week's videos out there, Caesar. All three. There's 3 from last week that I put out there, and then the weekend before, or the week before that, I put a few TikToks out there. I haven't done any live shows, if that's what you mean. I haven't done any lives on YouTube in a few months. But I made the announcement. I am going to be doing a live build and unboxing of the Airfix vintage aircraft. So you guys want to check that out. I'll probably also do the live building of the chassis on YouTube, so check that out. Make sure the notifications are on. That'll be on YouTube Live. So I'll be doing that sometime in the next week or 2. So be ready for that. What else? We're going to be doing the fire truck here, the custom pumper, here shortly in the next month or so. So keep an eye out for that one as well. I'm out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks, brother. Be safe out there, my friend. And I'll check you out. I know you're hanging this week. I'm out.